Yes, we are live. Welcome, everyone. This is Yogi Speaks live session number 57. So, those of you watching us live on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you can join our WhatsApp group. So, that's where you can post your questions. You can also simply post it in the comments, and we will take those questions here in the show. All right, so today's first question is about Shivaratri as it is coming up in the next few days. So, what is the importance of Shivaratri?
Namaste. Everybody, I wish you a wonderful Shivaratri. What is Shivaratri? Everything, all yogic achievements are described through symbols. Symbol in Sanskrit, Vigraha. Meaning is Visheshena Grahyate Idi Vigraha. Means, our English word, the name of gods in India, it's called idol. What does it mean? An object which is containing a profound spiritual yogic idea is called idol. Idol is God or symbol of God. So you must know what the idea is already installed in that object. That's the meaning. Shiva, Lord Shiva. People think a guy who is wearing the tiger skin or elephant skin and a primitive man, but very powerful, staying in the deep, mountains of Himalayas. Actually, if you go to the depth, everything is described in a very technical way. Hima in Sanskrit, Hima is, what is the snow? You just make it opposite. Hima. You will get Maha. Mahayoga, Mahashivan, Mahadevan. These are all the names of this great, the highest, or the infinity. Mahavispodan, Big Bang, Mahasankhad, Big Crunch. See, black hole. So Shiva is the representation of black hole. Can you imagine? Ultra-modern science is describing that, yes, everything is evolved from a Big Bang, happened in the black hole. What does it mean? How we can, bring it into our intellect, these infinite ideas? Here we need the power, the support of meditation. So the personified idea of infinity is Shiva. The main mantra of Shiva is Nama Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Na represents the element of earth. Ma is for water. Shi for fire. Va for air. And Ya for the sound, cosmic sound or ether. So Shi is representing the fire. Va representing the air. So we have to breathe in, continuously breathe in and breathe out. There should not be a break. Yes, deliberately as a practice, you can have a break. Otherwise, body asks us to breathe incessantly. So when we breathe in air, that air will be immediately mixed with the heat already body holds. That is what is the Agni, fire. So when the air, Vayu, merge into Tapa. Tapa means heat. In Ayurveda, the first life sign is produced, Vata. You might have heard about that in Ayurveda, Tridosha, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So Vata is producing because of the combination of Shi and Va. So that Shiva or Shivam is the sign of life. Agni and air. Fire and air. So when we make the union between fire and air, a third element will be evolved, Brahmanadam. Nada means the cosmic sound from which matter evolved. See how fantastic this science is. So ancient science is not only explained for as an information. Actually, it is derived or it is defined through a method of experience. Modern science is explaining something as the higher findings of science, which can be commercialized. But ancient science was explained, which can be experienced for each and every one of us. That is the beauty of this ancient wisdom. So here, Shivaratri is only a representation of quantum physics. Please understand, information is only for capturing the idea. If you want to experience it, it should be taken into the depth of our existence. So that is what is called the language of brain and the language of heart. Language of brain is intellect. Language of heart is instinct or intuition. Okay, so here the information is given to you like Shiva, Ratri. Ratri is darkness. So the eternal reality is darkness, black hole. And what is the limited manifestation? That is Big Bang. This apparent universe is nothing but the manifestation of energy. Matter is the expressed form of energy. What is the color of energy? As far as knowledge goes, color of energy is black. That is what we say, black hole. Modern science. Ancient science said that is Shivam, eternal darkness. That's why he is depicted as whole black God. And he is the highest, the supreme. So Ratri is the reality. If there is no sunrise, what will remain? Eternal darkness. So the darkness is the reality, light is temporary. This is what is real science. So here Shivaratri is asking you, yes, you are always engaged yourself into day. Because once we are sleeping, there is no life. I mean, sensual enjoyment is not there. You are in somewhere which you don't know. That is darkness. But when we wake up, we are engaging ourselves into sensory world. What you see, what you heard, what you touched, what you tasted. Fantastic world, material world. But material world is momentary, Maya, but spiritual world, darkness is reality, but it should be a higher consciousness. It is called Yoga Nidra. It is a sleep with a higher awareness. That is the meaning of the representation of Shivaratri. Even though you are, in the field of Maya, the material world, you are into an illusion. That is a sleep. It's an unconscious sleep. But train yourself to be aware in that unconscious sleep. This is the message of Shivaratri. You sleep, but be aware. See how mysterious it is. But so long as this ritual is taken in the information or the language of brain, nobody will get the benefit of performing Shivaratri. I am not discouraging anybody. See, in India, thousands of rituals are there. Have you ever seen somebody who had got the real benefit of ritual only by performing the ritual? Once, Vedic scholars were chanting mantras millions and millions of times. Finally, what happened? The invaders came, they killed everybody left and right, wiped out all that culture, that practice, everything, and labeled as primitive beliefs, unscientific. Then they ruled this country, they ruled this country for 1,000 years, and they destroyed everything left and right. Why? Because people were practicing in the intellectual level. They were not bothered to take that message from the intellect to the instinct, or from brain to the heart. But heart is much, much, much more powerful than brain. That's why even Albert Einstein, encouraged everybody to feel through your heart. Once he said, whatever we find or whatever we gain as this intellectual achievements, it should be explained, it should be defined through the language of heart. Otherwise, that intellectual knowledge can make more damage than support. Anyhow, Shivaratri must be understood properly, then take the essence of that ritual and implement in our daily practice and practice Yoga Nidra. Find the light in the darkness. Make sure that darkness is the reality, but in that reality, we have to find a light from within. When the light and darkness, the day and night, pleasure and pain, masculine and feminine, managed by yourself, you are experiencing and enjoying and exploring the benefit of Shivaratri. Otherwise, it will remain as only an intellectual information, and we will celebrate Shivaratri every year. Shivaratri is not to be practiced only once in a year. It's only a message. But once you learn it, then every second, every breath of your life must be with the awareness, with the consciousness of this message, Shivaratri. Then you will become a beneficiary. Otherwise, you will be only a follower. Follower and beneficiary is entirely different. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. So one question as a follow-up from our viewer here. Guruji, Shiva symbolism with snake, etc. is Devata or Devam?
Devam is the reality, light, eternal light, unconditional and unmodified state of energy. Devata is with the form. Form, whatever is having a form is limited. Unlimited is without form. That is what is the difference between the Arya and Dravida concept of India, ancient India. People are really trying to compete each other, saying that, oh, Aryans came here, Arya theory, then Dravida theory. You know, what does it mean? Arya is Arupa Jnanena Aryatvam, Dravya Jnanena Dravidatvam. Once again, Arya Jnanena Aryatvam, Dravida Jnanena Dravyatvam. What is Aryam? Arupam. When you come to know what is Arupam, infinity, you are an Aryan. When you keep your mind engaged into the moment of higher consciousness, that is what's Arya. Arya means move forward, move to the dimension of light, Suryayanam, Mahayanam. If you select Suryayanam, Surya Margam, you are an Aryan. But if you want to engage yourself into the material world with the higher consciousness, Dravyam. Dravyam means the energy which is attaining a form. From Dravyam, Devada concept comes. Got it? Whatever is having a form is Dravyam. Whatever is not having a form is Aryam. Arubam and Swarupam. From the form Devada, again Devadas will be condensed to make molecules. When molecules are combining each other, subtle molecule will merge each other to make a visible molecule. That visible molecules will merge each other to give you a solid form. In that sense, all are Devadas. Devam is infinity, Devada is finite. That is the difference. So in that sense, we all are, even the tree, the reptile, snake, that is what is symbolized as snake. Snake is the symbol of energy. Energy can only travel in wave pattern. It's like ocean. You see, ocean is there, the reality is water. But if you consider the ocean as an infinity or the cosmic reality, Every wave is a universe. So in that infinite energy, a slight form is there. That is one universe. Then another form is there. Wave is there. That is another universe. So how many universes are there in nature? Nobody knows. So that wave pattern is symbolized as snake, and Shiva is symbolized as the black hole. So in that infinity, when a finite being or a Big Bang is happening, there the energy is forming. This is higher consciousness. But through these symbols, through these bimbas, devadas, you can go to the Devam. Beyond the symbols, reality is there. So understand that, go to the essence, make use of this Shivaratri for getting that ultimate reality or liberation.
Thank you, Guruji. So next question from Shobha ma'am. They say it's dangerous to awaken Kundalini. They also say no one awaken Kundalini. It will only awaken if Kundalini allows it to awake itself. So what is true? Can someone invoke Kundalini by their will, or will it awaken only when nature allows it?
Again, these are all limited explanations. In reality, everything is nature, Parashakti. But where Parashakti is working on, it is Parashivan. Ultimate reality is passive. There is no action. There, Shakti manifests, Parashakti works. Then the cosmic reality and cosmic Maya, it merge each other. That is how the limited forms are evolved, Devadas. Then from that cosmic forms, limited forms like you and I are evolved. But Kundalini is the cosmic energy, Parashakti, which is lying or installed within in a mysterious way. Why do we call it mysterious? Because mind cannot understand something which is beyond duality. Mind will understand only positive and negative. It is like electricity. Electricity is a cosmic energy. Mostly it is produced through atomic energy or hydroelectric projects or gas stations, whatever it is. They use different mediums to make an armature move, rotate. What is called armature? Armature is a particular arrangement, we can say a tool, two magnets kept positive and negative poles. Then in between the two magnets, a spirally arranged coated copper wire on a iron piece. So in that iron, copper wire is wounded. Then once that copper wire, that piece of spiral thing is rotated and irritate the magnetic field from both sides, two wires are connected to get electricity. I'm not very much into that engineering. What I'm saying is I studied in the 7th standard how electricity is produced. Otherwise, you can check in the YouTube or website, or no, sorry, Google. Anyhow, once that magnetic field is irritated, electricity is produced. That electricity can be enhanced either by step-up transformer. We can reduce the energy, voltage by using step-down. These are all intellectual, findings. Same way, Kundalini is like that cosmic magnetic field, and that magnetic field is being somehow irritated. Nobody knows what it is, and it cannot be brought into our intellectual plane. That is what is called Maya, illusion. We cannot define what illusion, Maya, is within the frame of mind. No science is capable of doing it. That's why quantum physics is slowly reaching to a conclusion that there is a cosmic wave. When the wave condenses, molecules are produced. That's why they say electrons are molecule or waves or vehicles. They don't know what it is. They cannot means our modern science is a product of our intellect. Intellect never understands what the Maya is. That's why ancient masters concluded Chitta Vritti Nirodha Yoga. Then just arrest the functions of your intellect through systematic meditation. Once you go beyond the intellect, you will come to know how this cosmic passive energy is converted into active energy. How Shiva is being converted into Shakti. Shiva Shakti Yogam is the ultimate aim of yoga, which is called Kundalini. So, you cannot safely explore or awaken the Kundalini without the guidance of an experienced person. Mark my words, you may not be able to explore or awaken Kundalini safely without a support. I didn't say that you cannot do it at all. You can. But why I give this benefit of suspicion, I also started thinking this. If I want to explore my inner energy, awaken my Kundalini, why can't I do it by myself? How many masters might have tried, and they might have fallen into many troubles also, like Mount Everest, Tenzing and Hillary. Before Tenzing and Hillary, how many thousands of people tried and died in that effort, conquering Mount Everest. But after Tenzing and Hillary, when they came down, after conquering Mount Everest, they came down, they started recording their experiences, and they published for others. Then people started studying what are the dangers they had gone through or overcome. And when I try next time, what are the precautions and preparations I should take for myself? These were the wonderful instructions of an experienced person. Then what happened? After getting these informations, people became more prepared, and the damages they could bring down to a significant level. Why? Informations were there. Now, climbing Mount Everest is very, I cannot say very simple, but it is not as dangerous as before. Why? Thousands of, maybe, I am not sure, hundreds of people already conquered Mount Everest. There are good associations where you can go and get training, then informations are there, and it is a safe, adventurous journey. So exploring the heights of Mount Everest, earlier it was dangerous. Now it is not as dangerous as before. Here, suppose one person said, I don't want anybody's support. I will go to climb Mount Everest by my own. Yes, he can try, but it may be dangerous. Better, he can go through the with the support of modern equipments. Same way, Kundalini awakening, thousands of masters tried. I don't know how many of them put themselves into troubles, but thousands of them succeeded, and they recorded their experiences, gave proper instructions. So when I decided to awaken my Kundalini by my will, I opted the path of experienced masters. I didn't take the path of loneliness or dangerous way. So I collected the informations from the experienced masters, studied well, and put for my reason. Then I found which are the precautions I should take. Then I found a master for direct guidance. So with that guidance, my journey was very fast. It was dangerous, but safe at all. What happened? Because I was completely monitored by the present physical masters. Gradually, I came to know the non-physical vibrations of masters also. I could experience. Now I constantly in touch with these immortal masters. So, attending your question, awakening the Kundalini by our will. Everything is happening by our will. But that will can be directed either with a lineage of support or without the support. It's up to you. You want to go alone or you want to go with people who already experienced.
Thank you, Guruji. One other follow-up question from our viewer. Guruji, how worshipping Devatas help to awaken Kundalini? What's the difference in the meditation path and worshipping Devatas?
Worshipping Devata means it's only a medium of concentration. When you keep an object, focus your eyes on that, then you do some rituals. That is what is called worship. And that rituals are being repeated where? In your mind. So that is what is called the ideal. Capture the idea of the Devata, the form. What is the meaning of that form? Take it, install in your inner brain. Then slowly from the brain, it will be installed in the heart. When an idea is being captured in the vibration of heart, that will become your identity. Otherwise, once it is in the brain, it will be an information. That information is taken into the heart is an identity. So what do you want? Many people think, oh, positive thinking. If you keep thinking, that will remain as an information. But when you meditate, that information will be taken to the heart, converted into electromagnetic waves. Once it is done, that information will become, that idea will become your identity, your personality. Then you will become that. You are what you know, not in the brain, but in the heart. This is what we have to gain. So worship is the medium of meditation. But instead of blocking ourselves into the worship, we have to advance into meditation.
Thank you, Guruji. So that's the end for today. Thank you everyone for your questions, and we will be back again on Friday at 10:30 a.m. IST. Namaste.
Namaste.